it's me, Jessica Reba, and today I thought I would review the recent Queendom performances. There was so much talk on my timeline, so many mixed reactions to each performance, and I thought I would give my opinion. I don't know if you care. For those who don't know what Queendom is, it's a reality competition show where 6 artists, being Mamamoo, Aoa, Lovelyz, Oh My Girl, G-Idol, and Aoa Bom, are all competing to be the winner. I'm not really sure what's going to happen at the end, if I'm being completely honest. But you know, so many people are talking about this show because there's so many performances on it. I'm going to be reviewing the 3 most recent ones, and let's get into it. So the performances I will be reviewing and talking about are Mamamoo, Aoa Bom's, and Aoa's covers of each other's songs. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with Mamamoo, and overall I did like this rendition, this cover, but I do have a few criticisms that I wanted to point out. So the one thing that I didn't really like that much about the performance was Moonbyul's first rap. For some reason I just didn't think it fit, even though the point of the song was to have 3 different genres, if that makes sense. I don't know, something about it just I didn't really like that much, and to me at least it didn't really feel like it was a cover. I couldn't really tell that she was covering Good Luck unless I heard the giri giri bit, which was in the background for a split second, but apart from that I couldn't really tell it was a cover of Good Luck, and maybe that's why it wasn't the best. And I don't know, it just it had the stage presence, she was confident, she was fierce, but the rap, I just wasn't feeling it. But her rap at the end I actually preferred way more. So, you know, at least she did have some good lines. But yeah, for some reason I just don't think the arrangement of the rap was up to par with the other girls' parts. But, you know, when they all came together at the end and she did a little bit of a rap, I thought that was good, so not mad. Honestly, my favourite part of the cover was Solar's bit. I thought it was so oh, I don't know how to describe it. I just thought it was so good. I love that whole cabaret type of sound. It's one of my favourite sounds just in music in general. So maybe I'm a bit biased just because I really like that sound. But Solar's part here was my favourite. If I'm being honest, I don't think she really needed to do that bit where she rapped Puss by Jimin at the end, but it didn't ruin the song completely. I really like Solar's parts the most, and you know, she did do a little trip at the end, which a lot of people were clowning her for, but you know, she's only human. So there's that. Also, Wien and Hwasa both did really good. So overall, I liked this cover. There were a few bits that were just to me, but overall, I liked it. So, you know, period. So next is Aoa performing Egotistic, and I don't think this was a bad performance at all, but it was definitely not their best, if that makes sense. I think overall the song was good and it's listenable, it's catchy, and they performed it well. But I don't know why, I just have this feeling that maybe it was too, I don't want to say basic because I hate that word, but maybe it was too safe. I think that they all had good vocals and they sang it well. It's just that I think that this song itself is quite hard to cover, and that's not really their fault, of course. But the thing is, let's compare it to Mamamoo's version. Mamamoo all have really distinctive voices, at least to me. Even if you want to stan, then you can usually tell them apart, or at least I can. And I think they've got a lot stronger vocals than Aoa, which is no shade. But in the cover, their voices were quite soft and they didn't really hit the same way that Mamamoo's did. So while the vocals themselves aren't bad at all and they're really stable and they're performing it well, it's just when you're so used to hearing Mamamoo's version, it's a bit soft and, you know, I don't want to say not as good because I think they are good at performing this, it just doesn't hit the same way, and I prefer Mamamoo's original version. But let me talk about that beat drop and then the last chorus, because that was my favourite part, and I enjoyed Aoa's last performance. I enjoyed Aoa's last chorus and the bridge to the chorus way more than Mamamoo's, because that dance break with those guys when they came out, it was everything, and then they looked like they were having so much fun on the stage, so I just responding to that way more than I did to Mamamoo's final chorus. So I overall don't have a problem that much with this performance, but overall I think Mamamoo's was slightly stronger just due to Aoa's softer sounding vocals, and you know, having soft vocals isn't a bad thing, but it's quite challenging when you cover a song with quite, you know, strong vocals. But you know, they did their best and that's all that matters. The outfits slayed, they look gorgeous, and that dance break at the end killed me. So I overall like this performance, even though I didn't think it was as strong as Mamamoo's, you know? It is what it is. Don't kill me, okay? I still love AOA. Also, I don't know if anyone else got reminded of this, but I got reminded of like old Ariana songs when I heard this, which isn't a bad thing, but I just thought it was like, you know, something I just noticed, and I just want to know if anyone else noticed it, so, you know, let me know if you noticed it, I guess. And lastly, we have Park Bom performing Han by (G)I-DLE. And I have so many feelings towards this performance. So when it started, I was really excited because I love Han and I love Park Bom's voice. But at the start, I did not like the instrumentals at all. And the song that she was singing didn't match the instrumentals. So it sounded like she was singing off key, even though she wasn't. But then it started to pick up when the instrumentals changed and it got to like the bridge before the chorus, if that makes sense. I don't know if the word bridge is the right one to use there, but like, you know, the bit before the chorus, it sounded really, really good. So I actually started to enjoy it after that bit. And then the drop, I really, really liked it. I love that kind of sound. And I think she looked gorgeous. Like, I love that dress. I just think she looked amazing. But then it went back to that off-key mismatching bit, like the verse where she's like, do you remember? I'm not gonna sing because I can't. And it felt like I was waiting for that bit of like the verse to be over with so she can go back to the good bits. And then Cheetah came out of nowhere, and I was actually really excited when I found out Cheetah was, you know, featuring in it, but Cheetah's rap was just kind of there. I don't really feel like it was necessary. I feel like she could have been done without it. It didn't feel like it was changing anything to the song. You know, she just kind of came on and then came off. So yeah, I wasn't sure if Cheetah's rap was really necessary or like, you know, wrote well to the song, but you know, that's just my opinion. And then after Cheetah just walked off, it got to like the bit of the song where I liked, so I wasn't mad. And then it got to like the final drop, and she did like a high note at the end, and I just don't think it fitted with the beat drop. Like, I don't really think high notes necessarily fit that well on certain beat drops, and I don't really think that one did. I felt like, you know, it could have just been left by the beat drop by itself, or maybe some, you know, random hey, hey, hey instead of a high note, but you know, yeah, that's kind of it. Honestly, I feel like I could have went hardest on Park Bom's cover the most. Maybe it's because she's a soloist and you focus more on her herself more. But I don't know, I just don't think this cover was her best one. You know, there was too many bits that I just didn't like. So overall, even though I think she did a good job performing it, it definitely wasn't my favourite. And I do think Park Bom has probably got one of the hardest times on the show. Since she's performing as a soloist, she's just gonna have that, you know, that microscope zooming into her and analysing everything she does. So I do feel for her, and I feel bad that I didn't like it, but you know, it's just my opinion, and you know, she's still rich and iconic, so who cares what I think. And that is all for me. You know, there was only 3 performances, 3 covers. If you guys want me to talk about (G)I-DLE, AOA and Oh My Girls not comebacks, oh my god, I can't speak, their covers, then, you know, let me know. I had fun watching these performances. I really like seeing, you know, other artists cover other artists. I think it's cool. So yeah, this was fun to make. I want to know what your guys' opinions are on the covers, and I want you guys to rank them. Yeah, I want you guys to rank them in the comments, and let's see if we all come to a general consensus, or if there's going to be wars. There's going to be a battle zone in my comments. Let's see what happens. Anyways, please subscribe, follow me on the socials. It makes me want to keep on making videos because I love getting validated by strangers. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!